Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are gonna talk about 15 advanced adjectives that will help you describe personality. So if you want to learn 15 new words that will help you describe people and their character, keep watching. The first word is boisterous. Boisterous, full of energy, loud, noisy, and exuberant. By the way, if you don't know what exuberant means, you probably haven't participated in my Learn 100 Advanced English Words challenge. Check it out, I will leave the link down below. Most of the children were noisy and boisterous. The crowd was young and boisterous.
You know what? I'm not this crazy, boisterous, outgoing person, but I really want to make a difference in the world.
We Americans can be a little louder, more boisterous. America is big and it is boisterous and it is more diverse than ever.
The next word is considerate. Considerate, kind and helpful, caring and respectful of others. I think he's the most charming and considerate man I've ever known. My grandma is very considerate and generous.
But we just have to be more considerate about how we make the parts of that page.
But you can be considerate in sharing that with others.
And that's where I say that sometimes I don't feel I'm considerate enough of people's feelings.
The next word is charismatic. The word charismatic is used to describe people who have charisma, or in other words, people who inspire, attract, and influence other people. Few were able to resist this charismatic and persuasive leader. This charismatic person attracts, influences, and inspires millions of people all over the world.
Because he was a charismatic, tireless, Winston Churchill kind of guy.
He's not a naturally charismatic speaker. He's not a naturally charismatic person.
You're an outgoing, charismatic person. I just like your energy.
The next word is driven. Driven, determined to succeed, energetic and motivated. Like most of the lawyers I know, Rachel is driven. These men are successful, driven people.
So you're obviously a very smart, very driven person.
So, for example, I do not see myself as a driven person.
So, by all accounts, I guess I'm a very driven person.
The next word is intuitive. Intuitive, able to know or understand something based on feelings rather than facts or proof. He was a lovely child, clever and wonderfully intuitive. My mom is an intuitive person.
I thought myself to be an intuitive person.
And I don't know about you, but I am more of an intuitive person.
In real life, a more attentive, intuitive person is actually collecting more information.
The next word is self-aware. Self-aware, knowing and understanding yourself very well. She was so in touch with her feelings, so self-aware about the pain she was in. He is self-aware enough to understand that he needs help.
You're a bigger, better, more amazing, more self-aware person.
So I'm not a super self-aware person.
So is this person self-aware? Do they even know, do they understand themselves?
The next word is self-sufficient. Self-sufficient, able to be happy or to deal with problems without the help of other people. He had never had to make a decision in his life, but now he had to be entirely self-sufficient. She is a very self-sufficient young girl.
Leonora was 48 years old. She had always been a self-sufficient person. She'd been working since she was 14.
The perfect picture of the self-sufficient, righteous person who doesn't need anybody else.
Yeah, and that can be very shocking for a person who's been self-sufficient, has a stroke, and all of a sudden they can't do anything.
The next word is chatty. A chatty person likes to talk a lot in a friendly, informal way. She's very friendly and chatty. This woman is very chatty and outgoing.
I mean, I'm an extrovert, so naturally I'm very chatty.
Here she comes, all smiles and chatty. I was a little surprised.
I wanted the job, and I was me, and I was loose, and I was, chatty.
The next word is pragmatic. Pragmatic, dealing with the problems that exist in a particular situation in a reasonable and logical way, instead of relying on ideas and theories. He is a pragmatic legislator. Annie is a pragmatic person. She doesn't believe in magic.
I'm a very pragmatic person.
I'm not the most pragmatic person, but I carry out orders like fervently.
Philip was a pragmatic person. He was a pragmatist.
The next word is unflappable. Unflappable, not likely to get worried, nervous, or angry even in a difficult situation. She's totally unflappable. You have to be when working in such a high-pressure environment. The unflappable teacher never even blinked when the wall map came crashing down.
I think he's kind of an unflappable guy, really, when you see him. He's very solid.
And the fact that people say that I'm generally unflappable, I mostly put it down to the fact that I've just been drinking the Stoicism Kool-Aid for like 10 years now.
You're unflappable because you're in charge of your own attitude.
The next word is argumentative. Argumentative, often arguing or wanting to argue. He became argumentative when confronted with the allegation. Don't be so argumentative.
And I found people to be very argumentative, to be unpredictable, to be hard to be around.
We're not going to feel argumentative or judged when we actually are just open, calm, and collected.
People with paranoid personality can be very argumentative, but that could just be seen as opinionated and outspoken.
The next word is peevish. Peevish, easily annoyed. He has become a little peevish and restless. This old man is a peevish, bad-tempered person.
But this time, it was different. She didn't feel well, was peevish and fretful.
He matured into a steadfast king and an admirable man, diligent, dutiful, habitually moderate, peevish but rarely bellicose.
Was he in a peevish mood?
The next word is intimidating. Intimidating, making you frightened or nervous. She can be very intimidating when she's angry. This professor is intimidating. Students hate him.
Could it be confusing or intimidating?
It could be intimidating and confusing, but then again, that's generic to any map.
They can seem really intimidating.
And sometimes I can seem intimidating to people, and I'm like, wow.
The next word is trustworthy. Trustworthy. You can call a person trustworthy if they are reliable and you can trust them. In this job, we need someone who is entirely honest and trustworthy. Physicians have to be trustworthy.
So he shows that he's more trustworthy and credible by admitting that it has some flaws.
It's a more trustworthy one.
We want that information from a trustworthy source.
The next word is pretentious. Pretentious, trying to appear or sound more important or clever than you are, especially in matters of art or literature. He's a pretentious art critic. She's a pretentious snob.
Be involved in art and try to not be pretentious.
Outwardly, he presents himself as this obnoxious, pretentious person, which is partially true, but it stems from something so much deeper than that.
I try not to be pretentious about wine, but if you want to be, I can help you do that also.
Please let me know in the comments down below which of these adjectives you could use to describe your own personality or character. Thank you so much for watching this video up to the very end. If you liked this video, please smash the like button. Subscribe to this channel if you are not subscribed yet. Have a great day and see you soon in my next videos.